this is Massive, the world's largest cruiserweight, and you're watching and listening to Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm out.
Yeah, Mike, they can hear you when you do that. What's up, heels and baby faces?
I was about to say, shut
the
up,
Countdown
Mike.
City WrestleCast.
I'm just going to say on my screen, the normal thing never popped up, so I didn't know if we were on or not.
Okay.
To be fair, I didn't know if that was recorded or not, so I didn't say anything. But if it wasn't,
is.
if I knew if it wasn't recorded.
It is, but still funny.
Oh,
Wait
I would
to
have still
offer
said,
that, Mike.
shut up.
Well, I didn't hear the music. I didn't see the thing. My bad.
Okay, my bad.
Get some of the intros. I'm your host, JC.
Welcome back.
Joining me right below is my beautiful wife, Tina.
Hi, guys. It's been a while.
Been a while. Over here, we got this way. We got Tommy when he's done laughing. And of course,
me, Tommy, I know.
We got Mike.
What's up, guys? It's Big Mike, and it's 2022 Electric Boogaloo coming to an end. You missed a lot. It's
apparently.
Yeah, Mike's been saying that all year, every show. He's got.
And you all allowed that?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
We didn't have you here to check.
It was
us.
steady. Yeah, we've read a book without you here. We need supervision.
And honestly, I thought he'd forget by March. When we got to June, I was so used to it that I almost didn't notice it anymore until 1 week when he wasn't here, and I was like, "Hey, who's gonna say it?" And I felt lost. I was like, "How do we do this show now?"
Yeah, Tommy had to step in and do it. So yeah.
And it felt wrong. It just felt wrong.
You know, it
sounds wrong.
In all fairness, it was Steady's idea. If y'all don't remember,
I do remember. Yes,
it was whose idea?
You ran with it. Steady.
It was Steady's idea. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Don't listen to that guy.
She's been back 2 minutes. She's back 2 minutes.
This is why we missed you on the show, babe. Right
I'm only on for special occasions now.
For those that have had that question, yes, Tina and I are still married. We're still happily married. Okay, she hasn't been on the show. Wow. It's been a crazy year, but happy Thanksgiving.
Like 2 years almost.
Yeah, whatever. Happy Thanksgiving, heels and baby faces. It is a special Thanksgiving week episode, and there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Wait,
what?
Tina, have you watched some of the past episodes?
No.
Because she's proposed to at least 3 different women's wrestlers. One of them was Japanese. I mean,
who proposed to a Japanese woman?
You
JC?
liar.
He was proposing to Alexa Bliss. He was proposing to Mandy Rose.
It's in his head. It's okay.
And then some Japanese wrestler. I can't pronounce her name because I don't want to be.
It's in his head. It's not real. Like
Okay.
Yeah, I go home to her every night, so it's fine. So yeah.
The disrespect.
I'm literally like downstairs. Like, come on, Mike.
It's probably the old days when you 3 would talk, and I would be too busy laughing to even comment on what we were doing anymore. So.
Yes, it feels like we're back and doing this in person, right? So
yeah,
behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Whether you're watching us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, we're going to be recapping AEW Full Gear, hell of a show, and we're also going to preview WWE Survivor Series. Say it with me, guys, like Regal does.
WarGames.
This is the big reason why Tina wanted to be on this show, because it is her favorite event of the year, and I think she's pretty excited to see it now on the WWE side of things instead of just the NXT part. So I
don't watch NXT. So
it hasn't been the same since.
I watched some of the Full Gear for the first time, and it was not bad.
It was. I mean, it's gotten us pretty excited about Dynamite, and for our daughter, by the way, who is now just like religiously watching Orange Cassidy videos. Loved the promo on Full Gear about basically he wants what's his face's hat, Jake Hager's hat. Jake Hager's hat. Yeah.
Jamie's the women's champ, which we'll get.
Sorry, I'm mixing up 2 names there. A couple of JHs there. Yeah. So, but yeah, it is Thanksgiving week. Here we go. Yes, sir. Pop a drink, everybody, if you got one. So yeah.
Water bottle.
I didn't know we were doing this.
Water.
I know you guys got water, but yeah, I felt like having something. So yeah.
We need to have a production meeting if we're gonna.
No, yeah, I was
Stop
kind of
doing
that was a last minute audible. Yeah, so I got some time off from work. I know you guys have as well. So anyway, yeah, if you're watching us live, definitely share your thoughts. But we're gonna jump right into the wrestling news of the week and really of the day because this news just broke during AEW Dynamite, and it is that Thunder Rosa is agreed to relinquish the AEW Women's World Championship. Taken off the belt that Jamie Hayter won this past weekend over Tony Storm at AEW Full Gear. And they basically, as I understand it, Mike, you said they backdated this to the point of
Yeah, well, so Renee Paquette came out to make the announcement and put over Thunder Rosa, which I really appreciated. Talked about she was a great fighting champion, but she understands they need a champion, to be there. They don't know when she's going to come back. So her and AEW came to an agreement. They relinquished it. And so she introduced Jamie Hayter as a champion. Then later in the show, they made so it wasn't like at the same time. I think like the next match happened, or the women's match happened, and then they came back and they said Tony Khan has also told us that the relinquish will be retroactive to the original injury. Therefore, Tony Storm's reign is no longer interim, but was considered actual women's champion. So it'll be listed, in the record books on all the official sites.
Wikipedia.
There you go, Wikipedia. Yeah.
See, and I've always thought with the interim tag they would list it alongside it. I know they've kind of done that with the UFC ones in the past.
Yeah.
No,
hey
they do.
there,
They
buddy.
kind of out.
Hi.
Hey, man.
I don't know who you are, but hi.
You two know. Yeah.
I haven't been on in a while, so yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's the right move. From the very beginning, Thunder Rosa has said her injury was pretty severe. We've heard she still hasn't been able to begin her rehab. It's pretty serious back injury. On top of all this stuff, so it's hard and it's a difficult thing to make. I applaud AEW for having this option out there for injured wrestlers because you don't see this very much. And but I also do applaud Thunder Rosa for making that decision. Like, hey, it's potential she may not wrestle ever again, as severe as this is, which is devastating.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, but go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry, no, but I was talking to Tommy while y'all were fixing things earlier. If y'all remember too, when she made the initial announcement on Dynamite, she said that she had planned to come here and relinquish the title, and that Tony Khan told her no. You get better. We're going to make an interim champ, and you can come back and face him. And that's unfortunately sometimes if you don't know the actual extent or time period of the injury, you have the potential to run in this. So yeah, class act move by her. Good job of AEW of doing it, nicely. Shout out, like I said, to Renee Paquette for putting her over. We hope she comes back soon. Just get better, I think is the big thing.
For sure. Yep. Now, of course, a lot of people, you have those Twitter trolls that make their comments, but the funniest tweet regarding all of this came from, I think you know who I'm talking about. And I'm just going to read the tweet and you kind of guess who this came from. It says, a life lesson in doing that interim shit. # vacate or die. And that came from
Vacant,
yes. Whoever runs that account is hilarious. He hates the interim title thing because he wants to have some more AEW championships.
It's 2022, and I don't want to assume genders, but does Vacant identify as someone who can wrestle for either type of championship?
I would say Vacant's gender is fluid. We're considering that.
So Vacant is Sunny Kiss.
Pretty much.
There you go.
We'll
so I'm just saying.
Yeah. What if it is this whole time, right?
Dude, I'm not kidding. If Vacant is actually the Kiss, I will be like, give them all the championships because this is hilarious.
Now, regarding that promo, the way it happened when the announcement was made with Renee Paquette, I think they're setting up Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter for that title. It's going to be very much a hold.
They've been setting that up.
Now that you have the championship.
They've been setting the term, but definitely.
For sure. It's Triple H, Randy Orton vibes. Remember those? So
I feel like they're gonna pull the trigger, but at like Double or Nothing. Not even Revolution. I feel like they're gonna wait all the way till May to finally do it.
That's a long tease. Yeah. So
I mean, look at how long it took Hangman to win the actual belt from Kenny Omega. Just saying.
Yeah,
That's true.
Other final bit of wrestling news, and I will let Tommy kind of introduce this one. We have a New Japan World Wrestling Women's Champion, and I would say the choice and the winner we can all agree with, and it is Tommy. Who is it?
Kyrie.
Yeah,
It's Kyrie. She won. Ha! Suck it, Vince. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that last part was really it earned that
Personal?
moment. So
yeah.
personal for me.
Quick question: was Sane a WWE addition onto the name, or
yes?
Okay,
because her I think it's her legal name is Kyrie Hojo. They named her Kyrie Sane there, and then she's went by Kyrie, and when she went back because she was part of this group, a part of the group that Dave Meltzer called they were the three of the hardest workers in Japan. It was her, Io Shirai, and Mayu Iwatani. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but all three of them showed up in Lucha Underground as the Black Lotus once upon a time. Because all of them jumped Pentagon.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. They all jumped Pentagon as like part of like a Yakuza group. Like, like they were hired to take him out or something like that. So everyone thought she would go back to Hojo at some point, but she just like goes with Kyrie in all caps, which is kind of a thing in Japan. I've noticed. Like a lot of people do that. Like
Kenta.
Kenta Yoshihashi.
Yeah.
Do we have to yell their names when they're like that?
That's what I was wondering.
I always thought that was the point. Apparently, it's not, and so I was like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I do it anyway in my head. So
it kind of threw me back to like when you would see like the factorial, like 3 factorial. Do you have to yell 3 or just say 3 factorial? I didn't know that before you learned it in math class, right?
Math jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, thank you.
And it's not from either of the math teachers.
I was gonna say he's not even a math teacher. So I'm like, what the?
No, I mean, is the Spurs Coyote is his number 2 or is it 2 factorial? Which one is it? I mean, because that's the number on his jersey.
You realize it wouldn't matter, right?
Yeah, I know it wouldn't matter. It's the same either way, but so
it's the same number.
Yeah.
Do we scream it or not scream it? I guess what he's trying to say.
Thank you, Miss Delir. I still remember how to do factorial. So yeah, all right.
Well, it comes to Kyrie. In this context, I will happily scream it because Kyrie won.
Yeah, Tommy always will. So.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, no shame in my game. I ain't tripping. So.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Let's move into AEW Full Gear, the final AEW pay-per-view of the year. I guess that really is kind of their big 4, right?
Yeah.
Revolution, Double or Nothing, All Out, Full Gear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everything else is just like they're really big Dynamite shows, like Grand Slam and Winter is Coming.
Yeah, a little Fighter Fest here and there too.
Fighter Fest too. I forgot all about Fighter and Fight for the Ball too.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of just start this off, kind of go around, likes, dislikes, what really stood out to you guys about this event? And Tina, do you want to start this one out?
Sure, I guess.
Okay, what, having not watched AEW in a long time, what really stood out to you from this event?
Obviously seeing, Saraya or Paige was awesome to see, especially it was the weirdest thing too, because like she's coming back from an injury and her match was right after Bryan Danielson's match, which I think of him too when he injured himself and all the thing he had to go through to get to wrestle again, and then to see Saraya come out, and it was cool. Like I was so happy for her. I was a little worried and scared the whole match, and she's a little rusty. But she overall the match was pretty good, and I think Britt did really good, like protecting her. And overall, it was one that stand out to me because that was the one that I was looking forward to seeing the most. Also, the match right before it, which is with Bryan Danielson,
Claudio, Jericho,
Claudio, and
Bieber.
Jericho, and then the random Sammy in there. I was like, that doesn't even like
go. When they show that match card, did anybody else think one of these things just doesn't
belong here?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Though also the match between the Elite and what are the other Death Triangle?
Yeah,
that was a really good match.
Yeah,
like I was all.
It's why we're getting it 7 more times.
And one of those is that the 5th one is at our show for what it's worth.
Yeah,
that I'm looking forward to it.
They're not going to sweep them. So
for me personally, when I go to sports and like a best of 7 series, Game 5 is always my favorite because someone's either clinching or it's a pivotal. So I always love Game 5. Yeah,
I think the other thing that was funny was Orange Cassidy when he came out. My kids are just like,
yeah,
they're just like, what's he gonna do? And he does something, and they're just like, I think it's hilarious.
I showed Adi the old match he had with was it Shibata on Rampage? Yes. Oh my gosh, he got a kick out of the sit down and he and Shibata is like, hit me, whack. She's cracking up.
They're excited about seeing him. I think they really want his shirt and want to, he's big fans of him now.
Yeah.
So
I think
his shirts are so easy to make. I feel you could make his shirt yourself at home and he wouldn't get mad. Just take a picture of him and like
or just the thumb.
It's too bad.
Literally just the thumb.
Yeah.
It's too bad Halloween just passed because I want to see Jay in the denim.
I could if I get him the shirt, I could probably convince Jay to dress up as Orange Cassidy for that event.
I bet you could.
He probably could.
Yeah,
his hair's not blonde, so I don't know how that would work.
It's fine as long as he has the sunglasses on. And I'm pretty sure.
He would look so cool.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I could somehow, if we get the face paint on, Adi would love to dress as Thunder Rosa, but then again, I don't know how cold it's going to be that night.
Yeah,
still, I'm looking forward to that. And it's funny you mentioned Death Triangle. Penta El Cero Miedo. How great is it on Monday Night Football? And I was watching the game live when they showed. I was like, "Hey, I knew it before Joe Buck said it." And I was hearing Joe Buck, as wide a voice as he has, trying to say "Cero Miedo" to the viewers that it means no fear. So, yeah. And hey, AEW is going mainstream, right? It's pretty awesome to see that. And by the way,
someone said, wouldn't it have been hilarious if that wasn't the real Pinto, just a fan dressed like him?
Mike,
that was Mike, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's like the thing of being, the masked wrestler.
Yeah.
That'd just be kind of funny. He's just like some random dude. Especially because lucha masks at sporting events, especially where you have Hispanic big populations, like, there's a guy who goes to Spurs games with a Spurs mask, Cowboys games with the Cowboy lucha mask. Like, I just thought it would be funny if it was just some random San Fran dude. But...
Yeah, and I'm sure Kittle and Penta had a little exchange to set that up to make sure they got to see each other. And by the way, shout out George Kittle for showing up to his pregame presser with a lucha mask on, which is pretty awesome. Get into the spirit of the game being in Mexico City for sure. Mike, what stood out to you from this event?
Pretty solid all around. I mean, the cage match they started with was really good.
Ooh, it was.
With what happens at the end, I think you have to start building some of these younger faces to challenge and maybe eventually be that one to go over and be the next one. Jungle Boy's in there, going off for a second. Starks, on Dynamite tonight won his match to get that title shot. Also in the Triple Threat TNT Championship match, which was 3 big dudes with a lot of athleticism, out of nowhere in the middle of the match, Wardlow just like leaps to the top rope and then turns around and does like a flipping, like out of nowhere. I was like, what was that? Like, that dude is amazing.
He pulled a whisper in the wind with no help.
Yeah, pretty much.
Went to the Jeff Cobb School of Wrestling, basically. So,
like Tina said, the trios match was awesome. The Acclaim is always fun. It's hopefully the end of Swerve in Our Glory, because those two, as good as they are as a team, don't need to be in a team. They need to be singles wrestlers.
Yeah.
The women's match was really solid. I mean, across the board, other than the Nyla Rose Jade Cargo match, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad match. I am personally no longer invested in the Jade Cargo story because it's the same stuff, and they never really build people to face her. Like, it's always been random. Like, next this Friday night she's facing Ivelisse, who hasn't been on our TV show for 4 months or something. And
yeah,
at least this was a story, and Nyla's hilarious. And like Tina mentioned, Vicky Guerrero coming out with which I guess was technically the Rhea shirt because it was the
It is Rhea.
Mommy. It is right.
It was Rhea Ripley's shirt from WWE because it just said I'm your mommy, and then that's Rhea Ripley's new shirt, and Rhea Ripley tweeted just VG with a heart.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all she put. She put VG and a heart, and I was like, "That's her." I was like, "Why did she do that?" And then I'm like, "Oh my god, she's wearing her shirt."
Add that to the list of things you can do on AEW television that you can't do on WWE television, because you won't see a WWE wrestler coming out with an AEW like. You're not going to see the Miz coming out with an MJF shirt on for damn sure. You know, I mean,
but also
if he did though, that'd be badass.
Actually, if he did, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, also added to the list of reasons why I'm sort of thinking that whole Dominic is Eddie Guerrero's son storyline wasn't a storyline anymore. I'm starting to think that there was some truth there, and no one's talking about it.
The only reason I don't believe he's Eddie's son is because how long it took him to. He basically had to be dominated before, like Eddie Guerrero's son would have wooed Rhea like right off the bat.
Yeah,
like Eddie with China, he wouldn't have been getting himself. Well, maybe he got beat up on purpose. Maybe there was a method to the madness.
I was about to say, I don't know. There's something worth getting beat up for.
Yeah. You mentioned Survivor Glory. Yeah, I just feel like it's an awkward team at this point. I mean, they're good as they are, but individuals.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jade Cargill thing, I remember that match mostly for the entrance, the Vicky Guerrero wearing the t-shirt, and Jade Cargill coming out as a member of the Thundercats.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's why the match gets more of a pass in my opinion. She came out as Shikara, and I had no complaints whatsoever, and I was like, well, when I saw that, I was like, well, I'm gonna disagree with Mike this time.
She broke her staff right off the bat,
bro.
What was that,
bro? Yeah. I don't care.
lead into tell me what else you liked about the event.
How did she win the match?
Huh?
How did she win the match?
I don't care. I mean,
not gonna lie, I kind of skipped that. I was like, the match got kind of boring, so it's whatever.
Fair enough.
Ask me all the technical stuff, bro. I don't pay attention to the details. I just enjoy shit. Well, honestly, if we're talking about the I love the most, I gotta go back to the pre-show. Eddie Kingston finally getting his one-on-one match with Jun Akiyama, dude. I was so happy for that. I think I was more excited for that than the actual pay-per-view. And so when I finally heard we were getting that was like the one thing I knew I had to see live. Like that, as soon as the pre-show started on YouTube, I turned it on, waiting for that. And it was so fun. It made me kind of wish we could get the Jun Akiyama of old, but of course we can't. He's like 50. He's like 50 now. Of course, then again, it doesn't stop Sting. But no. So that was cool. No, man, just saw it from top to bottom. I thought the steel cage match was a great way to open the show. Sting at some point needs to stop doing stuff because I think he forgets all the time. He's 63.
You know what?
Yeah, but I think the bell rings and he forgets what his age is. I know Jeff Jarrett is like Jarrett's probably like, oh God, man, can you remember your age?
No, honestly, this is a perfect situation. It's AEW. He's wrestling part-time, and when he does wrestle, it's a tag team match. I'll go out there and say it. Sting and Darby Allin are the best tag team without championships right now, and they don't really need it. But when we get Sting making the dives that he is and everything, it's great. He saves it for the big moments. It's not like he's doing it every week. He knows when to use it.
True.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff Jarrett coming out with the old TNA music. That took me back.
I love that song, because it inspires so much hatred immediately, especially out of me for a lot of reasons. But so and I thought the main event was just the perfect, walking to the end zone moment again, kind of like last time. So. Before
we talk main event, I'll say that definitely the Sting Darby Allin, Jarrett and Jay Lethal match was one where Tina and I did not agree with. On who was going to win that one, opposite ends of the spectrum, very much the UTSA Texas State rivalry all over again. If anyway, Darby Allin for me, Jay Lethal for Tina. This is one of those things. But so, but yeah, MJF Moxley, it went the way we expected. Like, you're really gonna think MJF was gonna play it clean to win a championship? So and this, coming full circle to the match that opened the show, Jungle Boy Jack Perry beating Luchasaurus by submission in the middle of the cage. I dare say, by the time we get to Full Gear next year, it is going to be Jungle Boy challenging MJF for that title, and the roles will be reversed. I think Jungle Boy could be potentially taking the title off to MJF in about a year.
That's definitely one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and if not, I could see MJF holding this title for a good while. I mean, we could potentially run into a situation where his contract's about to expire. Is he taking the title? We could get a situation like that.
I don't know about that.
No, I could see that. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna hold it a while. I think he's gonna have a hell of a run with it. And if that,
my opinion.
I know your opinion. So,
what's your opinion, Tina? Oh,
okay. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
Okay.
Rick, thank you for the compliment. Yes.
Oh, nice.
My abs, and then yes, appreciate it. I have a lot to be thankful for this year. The fact that my abs won the Stanley Cup and my Astros won the World Series. You see the hat right here. So.
And your Titans?
My Titans are they're doing good. Damn it, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I believe. So, yeah.
In a thing called love.
I'm like,
wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was really MJF's crowning moment, and that post-match press conference.
That was great.
That was just perfect way to cap it all off. Just
that was
everything
MJF.
About that. It was just true MJF, and God, I'm excited. I really am very happy with the way they did it. It was very much the Hangman Page thing. You're at the finish line. Don't do anything to screw it up. Just walk across, right? Just let it play out.
It's all right, Rick. We can't all be perfect.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I missed the Astros one. Yeah, I know.
Wow. That's hilarious.
That's all right. It's an open forum of everyone has their own opinions on teams.
Except
and wrestling. And wrestling.
Yep. Oh, I think JC paused.
Oh no. All right, guys, let's go. It's our podcast now.
Yeah, I think
I'm the host now. Okay, guys. So
yes.
Yeah, but I think we're still going online though. I'm looking at the stream. Yeah.
We are. It's just JC. What the heck?
This is so weird.
Maybe his computer messed up.
Probably did.
I mean, he's upstairs as we speak.
So
JC, okay?
Question.
Sure.
I can hear him saying
Am
something.
I weird for not being as hyped as you guys are with MJF?
I mean, to be fair, I've always been hyped about MJF. Oh, snap.
No,
JC's gone.
Rick. Yeah, well, we're good for now.
Yeah.
Really
keep going.
Well, it's fine.
I'm checking. I'm still looking at the stream.
It's not that I don't think he's good. I do. I totally see the talent. I understand whether he's a champion. I just feel like everyone's kind of cultish with it. Not you guys, but like there are people online, like no matter what he does, they love it. And I don't know, like I want to boo him because he's a heel and he's supposed to be a heel.
Yeah.
And he's not someone I want to be the cool heel where I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. Because like with The Rock, everyone, or maybe not everyone, but people forget that like The Rock worked because you had Austin as his foil.
Yay!
Right? Yeah. Yay! Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now you're
great. Now I can't hear anybody.
Welcome back. Oh, great.
Of course. I can't hear anything. Give me a second, guys. We're still live. You know what?
JC, you're the worst.
I blow you kisses. Mwah.
Jesus Christ. All right. Give me your thoughts. Go around. Best match of the night. All that stuff. And let me just try and get this thing fixed here. Okay?
No, he can't hear us.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
I'll be right back.
Whoever can come with their best match of the night.
The stream is having connection issues.
It's are we not on it anymore?
No.
To be fair, I didn't finish. I didn't. To be fair, I didn't finish the whole thing. So
Of what you saw,
Okay.
what was?
but my favorite match was probably the Elite versus the
Death Triangle.
Death Triangle. It was pretty good. I was really into that match.
Yeah,
that was a really good one. I think for me it would be the ROH Championship match.
Mhm.
Although I'm really upset with the way it ended. He's back and he can hear us. Cool. But it was a really good match. It was so good that they got the crowd cheering Sammy potentially pinning Jericho toward the end there. Getting people to cheer Sammy is not easy.
No.
No, it's not.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't cheer for him. So
no, we don't either.
That's what I'm saying. Like nobody would cheer here. Nobody here in our
But the crowd got hyped because he didn't turn on Jericho. Jericho was kind of like pushing him around. There was a one where he went for the pin and told him to stay there.
That was awkward. It was like,
but then again, I mean, how could you have a bad match when you have those three guys and Sammy?
It's like the 2016. It's like the 2016 Ghostbusters. We're three scientists and Patty.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's just
yeah.
It just doesn't go. Like I'm telling you, we see the graphic, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't go.
But he brings moves that no one else can really do. I'll give him that.
That's fair.
He brings youth.
Match of the night for me, I probably actually have to say Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus.
That's actually
that was a good match.
That started the show. Yeah, and as far as best moment of the night, throw it not just that Soraya made her return, that Zach Zodiac was ringside, her brother, to see.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That was
like,
emotional
oh my God,
too.
brother.
You know, like, and my AEW, give that guy a shot. You know, if you know his story, you know what he does. If you've seen Fighting with My Family, whether the original documentary and the movie that was produced by The Rock, it's such a great story about him. He's the guy that deserves a shot at this level, and I really think it would be awesome if he looking for some AEW dark matches. You know, he's got the look at the talent. I think he can do something, and you know, it's pretty amazing. I think he's for there.
I mean, if
honorable
the
mention,
can still be a group.
Yeah.
Honorable mention, I would say, is Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, because they tore it down. They did really
for sure.
Yeah. This was solid all the way across. Like y'all could have picked. Well, I think we did like 4 different matches. And
can I also just say that Saraya is only 30 years old?
Yeah.
After all of the stuff she's done with WWE, she just turned 30. Just.
Was she 20 when she debuted in NXT or whatever? Or?
I thought it was 19, right?
I think she was 19.
Okay,
yeah. She had been wrestling for like several years in the UK already by that point.
I think they called her like a 17-year veteran, and
because she's been wrestling since she was in the womb, right?
She's been wrestling since.
That's probably true, though.
She actually was. Her mom was pregnant with her. She didn't know.
Yeah, her mom didn't know she was pregnant with her, and then that she attributes that potentially to having scoliosis too, on top of everything. So pretty crazy. Yeah, wow. Huh? All right. Well, how did Mike, Tommy, and I do on our pick results for this? Well, Mike and I went 7-3 on our picks, and Tommy went 8-2. Yeah.
Good job.
So I'm just gonna say Tina went 1-0 picking MJF, because I'm pretty sure she's picking him either way. So yeah.
I did. I did, and I probably would have picked Saraya too.
Yeah, you probably would have.
As far as time down for WrestleCast ratings, 0 to 5, 5 being WrestleMania 17, 0 being December to Dismember. If you are watching us live or watching us after the fact, please feel free to jump in the comments.
Tommy doesn't laugh at that anymore.
I have controlled it.
Okay.
It's still funny.
If I ever switch it up, though, I mean,
because when you
don't do that.
I mean, I could say 5 being All Out, 0.
He honestly just stopped laughing like 2 weeks ago. It's been a long process.
Yeah, 0 being the Hell in a Cell, where we got a no contest main event.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so 0 is the ready bake oven.
Yeah, the heat lamp.
The heat lamp. Oh, the heat lamp. Forgot about that. You're saying the heat lamp.
While Tommy recovers from that, Tina will go with you.
I remember the heat lamp now.
Yes. What is your WrestleCast rating for AEW Full Gear?
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't think I could give a fair. From what I did see, it was pretty dang good. So I just don't think I should give a rating when I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay,
Fair enough.
fair
I
enough.
didn't get to finish it. So
This one for me has a 4.5 rating on it. The 0.5 being that I had to fast forward the Jade Cargill match. Sorry, it's just, and it's no knock on her and Nyla Rose. I get what they're doing. I get she's undefeated. I get all that, but I'm sorry that match, kind of where it was thrown in, really just slowed it down, and it didn't really build it back up.
I did like her Thundercats outfit though. That was really cool.
For sure.
So did Tommy.
But that's the most memorable stuff about it.
Yeah,
it was
that was
Nikki's
exactly.
entrance or her outfit. Anything else you guys remember about the match?
No, that was it.
Nyla actually had an Assassin's Creed. I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She did?
It was like the white. It was like the original. Not
The white one?
What was the first one?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Altair.
Oh,
I think you're right.
Okay.
That's right. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm so behind on those games. I really gotta catch up.
Because
me too.
By the time I got home, obviously I wasn't watching it, but I was watching reactions online, and someone had mentioned it.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. So, so that's just a 4.5 for me. Mike, what about you?
I'm actually going to go with a 4.75, especially with some of the turmoil and crap AEW's been getting over the last couple months, with obviously stuff that happened backstage and some decisions that have been made. This was just really solid, and it reminded me of what AEW can be when it wants to be, and when it puts on the right matches. Like you said, we were talking about earlier, while you were fixing your technical difficulties, what was our favorite matches? You could have picked like 4 or 5 matches, and I wouldn't have had any issue with that choice, unless you picked Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. But no, yeah, and it was a really good show. Like it went almost 4 hours, and it didn't feel like it. Like when I watched it, a couple days later, I was like, "This is really good." And all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh crap! It's been several hours," but it just kept going. I liked it.
Yeah, but you're on vacation, so it's all good.
But yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it at school. So.
Yeah, I know.
Although there's that wrestling club I keep seeing on TikTok, and I want to start one of those. That looks fun.
I would love to start one too.
And they meet all the AEW.
Yeah, you should.
I would call it a wrestling fan club. I mean, we started at my school. We started a skate club, so the kids love it. We have a bunch of skateboard kids, and we got all those skateboard kids in them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they're skateboards.
The principal's in support of it, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of cool.
Because they always used to be getting in trouble for bringing their skateboards, and now he gives them an area to actually skate. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're ready for Full Gear.
4.75. A lot of the reasons is Mike. The fact that they could really kind of wash the mess off from the whole CM Punk incident was pretty impressive. I mean, for some places it would take like half a year to kind of move past that. And of course, not everyone's moved past it. Obvious by the chance during the 6-man trios tag team match. But the fact that they really just soldiered on, kept going, pushed through, let their talents do their thing, it is just proof positive that they're still doing the right stuff. They make their mistakes, but they keep soldiering on. And also, I just want to give another shout out to the Acclaimed, just because they deserve it, because they're still one of the most entertaining things going in all of pro wrestling. And the fact that he got a longer a longer rap in the middle of the show, damn it, give all the money. So
yeah.
Hold on, I got more. That was good.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear more? I was like, yeah, please keep going.
And I got to be honest with him. When he first started his raps, I was like, oh my god, this is so dumb. He's so bad. But
yeah.
Tina, you there?
Tina, did you hate the raps that bad? They were pretty good.
Yeah,
she's probably got technical difficulties right now.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
See if we get
That's happening a lot.
Yeah, but no, he's gotten really better. The team's gotten over organically. I just love it, and I love that Tony's listened to the fans a little more recently, both with the Acclaim and with Jamie Hayter, because he was getting all kinds of cheers and stuff, despite the Brit kind of being heel with her. So
he just, I mean, of course, like a lot of people, he makes his mistakes, but I really do think Tony Khan's heart's in the right place with wrestling. I really do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like this show was kind of proof of that. Hater won, MJF won. He may pick and choose his favorites, and he may not run the ship perfectly, but I think he's got his heart and mind in the right place.
Yeah. And just before we get off of this, I don't know if he's gonna stick around or take that vacation he had to cut short. But shout out to Mox for basically having to pick up this ball and carry it for another couple of months to get to the point they get here. Again, like I said earlier, and JC wasn't on to hear all this part. I don't hate MJF. I completely see his talent. I understand why he won the championship. He's a great promo. I just feel sometimes like the fans are just like way into everything he does, but that's just me. But shout out to Mox, because obviously, like we talked about too, the way they booked this and the way Tony Khan had this, Full Gear was in MJF's hometown, or not his hometown, I guess, but his area. It was in New Jersey, and then the next week in the Chicago. So that was clearly booked to beat Punk originally at Full Gear, and then go to Chicago the next week. And then they had to obviously change that when all that stuff happened. But but shout out to that. Shout out to Mox for just doing what he's done for the past couple months, holding that title to get to this point. So
yeah. Overall rating for Full Gear 4.67. Pretty awesome.
Nice.
Pretty awesome.
Hello, Rebel Texas Wrestling baby.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thanks. Hope if this is the first time watching the show, appreciate you joining. We're situated in the San Antonio area, so
also let us know where in West Texas, because that's a big area.
There's wrestling all over the state. It's beautiful. Yeah, we just got done talking about Full Gear. Feel free to leave your thoughts on Full Gear, and we're gonna get right into our preview of WWE Survivor Series WarGames. And this is, say it with me, guys. Does this feel like the first time in a long time we're excited about Survivor Series?
Yes.
Like actual
God, yes. Oh my God. I actually care.
Oh, they know Tommy? No way. What a shock.
Of course. Everybody knows Tommy.
Of course.
Everyone in Texas loves Tommy. And they're from Midland.
Nice.
Midland. Oh.
I wasn't sure that was the same rebel I was thinking of, but it's what's up. I didn't want to say.
So real quick, Tommy, I'm going to tell them what I messaged you. So last Saturday, I had tickets to go to the RCW show, and then a family thing came up, so I couldn't go. And I texted Tommy. I was like, "Hey, Tommy, do you want the ticket?" Because I was like, "You'd probably be able to go," and he was like, "Yeah, probably." So I texted Brandon to be like, "Hey, just want to double check. Like, I got this ticket, electronically. Can I just send Tommy?" And I was like, "Yes, that Tommy." The email. He just laughed. He was like, "Yeah, just send him the PDF or whatever." But yeah, everyone knows Tommy in the state.
Yes.
I
can't wait for Survivor Series. Definitely. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just try not to be that arrogant. Like everyone knows me until I'm always proven wrong.
No, you're not. It's not like you're like, yes, I'm Tommy. I'm that guy. No, you're very humble about it. But you getting in free to how many ROH shows in one WrestleMania weekend really ticked me off.
It was 2.
That's 2 more than I got into for free. Yes. So I don't want to hear shit. Yeah.
And then just to also bring it back, the Squared Circle Pro in Lubbock, isn't that where former 5150? Well, he's not former, but 5150.
JC Bravo.
Yeah, right. He wrestles a bunch, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
nice.
he wrestles out there a lot. Yeah.
Yep. So, yes.
Love the small
JC
community
Bravo.
of Texas wrestling.
For sure. One of those guys that we used to hang out with the ringside, and now he's doing his own thing too. So.
Yep.
So we're gonna get right into Survivor Series WarGames. I mentioned, are we excited about it for once this year? Because a few years ago, if you guys remember, we had Manny from the Goods on our show, Survivor Series 2019, and he asked that variable question when we got to our 1 minute warning. What's the point of this show? What's
Brand
the point of Survivor
warfare, guys?
Yes.
We care about the show we're on until we get moved.
Yeah. And
JC Bravo.
Yep.
Wow, Jason, really? Damn, dude.
Don't give these promotions any ideas. Somebody will do it. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, we've already seen.
Oh no! Wait.
Seen
I do have a quick story related to that.
Jump over a rope. Yeah.
She comes back for one freaking show. She cannot mention that damn.
Rebels also says, Jason Taylor, please book him. All right, yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Book him. I mean,
yeah.
Jason Taylor really good. But anyway, no. I think it was an Inspire show. I booked a front row seat, and freaking Donnie Davis was refereeing. He found the only black folding chair in the entire building. It had my name on it. I walked in and saw it. I said, "Who the hell did this? This was on purpose." I saw Donnie later. He said, and the first thing he said to me was, "Did you find your chair?" And I was like, "You son of a bitch."
In all fairness, Tommy, back when you first started going to shows, you may have been. I mean, you've been going for a long time, and you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, no,
the African American community wrestling shows
my jobs that usually,
yeah,
I'm the token black fan for I was the token black fan for wrestling for like 2-3 years. So.
Yeah. All right, lower wrestling.
Nice.
Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
that was for sure. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
if Tommy didn't go to your show,
that's true. So. All right, let's jump right into Survivor Series here. You know, what was the point of it? The brand warfare thing. Jason, see what I tell you. But now, like, this is the first Survivor Series without Vince's fingerprints on it, and we jumped right into WarGames. Triple H's influence here. Let's bring this WarGames match in. The problem I always had with Vince when he took over WCW, yes, they did the invasion angle. I understand WWE winning that whole ordeal eventually. But there was a lost opportunity where you could have taken the best of what WCW did and incorporated that. WarGames was one of them.
Yep.
And this was very much about if Vince's ego didn't get in the way, thinking everything WCW was shit, everything I do is better. You know, I'm not saying you need to bring in the triple cage that made it into Ready to Rumble.
No, you said the good stuff.
The good stuff, exactly.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to book David Arquette to win the WWE Championship, but WarGames was amazing. Like,
I'm mentioning all the bad stuff.
I'm just saying.
It's so crazy that makes more sense now than it ever did then. That's the crazy.
Yes.
All the Russos this on a pole matches.
Yeah, but WarGames now and potentially this could replace Survivor Series, and I'm all for it because there's really not a whole lot of excitement around elimination tag matches anymore. You know.
No.
Sure, it was good back in the 80s, maybe the early 90s, but it's time to move on from that. And if this is successful, it makes you wonder what else that was good about some of the things WCW did that you could potentially bring into WWE. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a Raw or SmackDown from a spring break location again. That was kind of cool to do it outdoors on the beach.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So
what was it, Club Lavella or whatever? The one they would always have with the pool.
Yeah. And you know, when you could have people rappel from the ceilings, Sting came in through a helicopter for crying out loud, which is pretty crazy. So, but this Survivor Series is pretty damn awesome. I mean, I'm looking forward to this one. I'm pretty excited about it. Rebel said it right there. Yeah, WarGames lied dormant for years, very much so, very much so. And Jason says the funny. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and they said they did it. They did do it well when they did it with NXT. Watching it when NXT did it, so I was kind of sad when they were like, "We're not doing that anymore." Like,
okay, not gonna lie, World War III could be pretty entertaining. I'm just gonna say that right now. But that's a pain in the ass.
And in all fairness, there was one point a couple years ago where they probably had enough people to do it without bringing in extras.
There was.
The roster was that bloated. So.
Until 2020 when they fired everybody for budgetary reasons.
Yeah. It's funny. Jason says scaffold match, Rebel, no to scaffold.
No to scaffold match.
Yeah, I think even
Anyway.
Jim Cornette says no to those anymore.
Yeah. But let's go in through it. We're going to go through, make some predictions. We have 5 matches on the card. We're going to make our picks. If you're following along with us, let us know your predictions as well, whether you're watching us live or watching us after the fact here. And we're going to start with AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. And yeah, tough one here.
Yeah.
I'm last.
You're last. Okay.
I forgot
Tommy,
you to do that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she will go that time.
Okay,
So, Mike, Tommy, go for it, buddy.
I'm it.
I'm going to AJ Styles, man. I just,
All right.
It's Bullet Club leader versus Bullet Club leader. This is only like their second singles match, I think, right?
Yeah, wasn't the first one when like AJ was like a late replacement or something like that?
Yeah, that was when he was Demon Finn Balor at that point. So
yeah.
So I'm going to AJ Styles so that way they can have it. They can have a tiebreaker at WrestleMania, which is my fantasy booking.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
Anybody got a coin on them? I'm going to do an old JC. Can I flip the puck?
I got my hockey puck here. Yeah. So heads is what?
Heads is AJ Styles.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, geez, I hit the wall. Let's try this again. Tails.
All right, I guess I'm going Finn Balor.
Okay.
With some help from Rhea Ripley pulling double duty. Because she'll show up at this match and interfere, and then she'll be in WarGames.
This is our expert analysis here, people. I'm going to go with
I didn't have an Apple phone, so I couldn't ask Siri. So.
Yeah. That's true. Jason just said AJ has a major pay-per-view losing streak.
Jason,
I know, but let me dream.
Yeah.
The fuck made me choose Finn. Don't tell me that now.
Yeah. I'm kind of gonna go with AJ Styles though on this one. If you're going straight with like the one-on-one piece of it, Finn got the first one. AJ, I think, is going to get the second one. I think the fact that he's going to have Gallows Anderson and Mia Yim in his corner is going to change things right now. So I'm going to go with AJ Styles on this one. And Tina, you're last. Who you got?
So hearing all of that, I think.
What was that? Sorry.
I said,
say again.
Going with everything. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Going with everything I just heard, AJ Styles.
All right, AJ Styles.
It was a close one for me, but I'm going to go with it. That makes Mike the was it the lone wolf?
Lone wolf.
Baron Corbin did.
The Baron Corbin did it. Yep.
Yeah, and it was the puck, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Look at the puck.
Yeah.
You should blame JC because he hit the wall.
It's a Stanley Cup championship puck. I'm just gonna say that right now. All right.
Yeah, and you never played hockey, so
if I lose that one, the puck is 0-1, and I'll take that.
Hey, I flipped it before and I was correct, so I have to go back and look with that. Yeah. So, Jason took AJ Styles. Rebel took AJ Styles. Yeah. So that's the consensus here. Yeah. All right. WWE United States Championship is a triple threat: Seth Rollins against Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory.
Seth Rollins.
And Seth Rollins, Tina says. All right, yeah, she just throws it out there. How about that? So.
I'm done. Well,
all right.
I don't like the other two, so that's easy for me.
Okay. I am actually going to go with Austin Theory on this one. I think it's going to be one of those situations where someone's going to hit a finisher and he's going to jump in and steal the pin. Yeah, I know, but this is potentially how I think this is going to go down. And you also look into this too, like, he cashed in his Money in the Bank for a U.S. title shot and it didn't pan out. So I think this is kind of a way to kind of repay it. Yeah. But I'm going with Austin Theory here. So far, Jason Rebel agree with me. Mike, what do you got?
Yeah, no, it's actually I was going to say the same thing because it's actually a little impressive how dead in the water he seemed like 3 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago before the cash in. And then since the cash in, I don't know if y'all have kept up with Raw, but they've kind of small rebooted his character, gave him more of an edge, a lot less of the kind of cocky. I mean, he's still kind of cocky in that way, but they gave him an actual annoying? Like a fierce, a little bit, not so much of the camera, a little more of a fierce edge. Like, I'm done with this crap. And I agree. I think you hit it on the head. I think either, Lashley's going to hit a big spear on Rollins, or Rollins going to hit the stomp, and then he's going to knock them out and steal the pin.
Yep. Tommy, what about you?
Well, I was gonna say Bobby Lashley, but damn it, y'all convinced me in Austin Theory.
All right.
I wanted to say Lashley so bad, but y'all, the arguments to the contrary made way too much sense. So I gotta go Austin Theory. Damn it. Although
Jason,
Bobby Lashley wins, I'm blaming one of you. So
blame the puck. And be 0-2.
Didn't even get flipped.
Don't blame
me.
I will blame you.
Yeah, the Rebel said it right there, kind of reiterating what you said, Mike. Austin found his killer instinct after cashing in and losing, so very much so. Noe Lara, going back to our Full Gear discussion, season plan for Jimmy Hitter? Yep, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it later. We talked about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Killer icon, by the way. I like his profile picture.
I see that. I missed it.
It's from My Hero Academia. I love that arc. I can't wait for them to animate that. It's like, seriously, it's gonna be so cool.
Okay. Next one, SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey defending against Shotzi, and I feel like I can ask this question: is anyone gonna pick Shotzi on this one?
I want to.
I want to so bad.
I was just gonna say,
yeah.
okay, good. We're all like everyone. What do we call it when we go O for the show? What's that? Getting all of them is a Tez. What do we call if we go donut?
What's his face? Kurt Hawkins, going to Kurt Hawkins, for whatever.
Yeah, that's
because I was just gonna say the same thing y'all did. I was like, I would love for her to win, but
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot Ronda Rousey was the champion for
Kurt Hawkins.
I want Shotzi to do it, but I just don't think it's the show that's going to happen. But
no, definitely not.
But Jason said it right there, actually, just right now. Ronda wins. I think we're all taking Ronda, but this potential we see Sasha Banks make a return. Yeah, so
that'd be cool.
Like she,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shotzi's she's also I have the overwhelming need to always vote for her because she's part Filipino, and as clearly pointed out through several life choices, that is my preference. So
and your wife is, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go. So clearly I have an affinity for that section of the world. So
And if you listen to the Sports Minorities podcast, our resident Asian on that show is Filipino. So he's the guy that does the technical stuff. So go check it out if you can. We have some fun talk. Yeah. All right. Now,
Sports Minorities.
I was just going to ask what would happen if a Caucasian person ever wanted to be on that show.
They'd probably technically be the minority on the show when you think about it. So in a weird way,
good point.
yes.
I like it. It works.
There you go.
Technically,
wow.
Technically, JC's the what? Never mind.
I'm probably the whitest guy on the show. Yeah, but
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are? Gee, I have to jump on there one time. So
I mean, I guess I don't know if it's just my skin color or the light or my credit rating. We haven't decided yet. Women's WarGames match.
Moving on. That was a good one.
I made that joke on the show. It was hilarious. Yeah. Women's WarGames match: Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and a to be determined a partner going up against Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. Now, who it is. To be announced, I think there's a lot of heavy rumors, and I'm kind of believing this, that it is going to be Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear that too.
What are you guys thinking? Is that where the route you're going? Or you guys think it might potentially be somebody else? She's potential, but I think Ronda is going to be the route she goes, unless she shows up here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say. I really okay. Here's why I'm hesitant to hazard a guess, because now there's talent that they'll use properly who will fit in this role. So that could be anybody. So
is it bad to say that, like, depending on who it is, kind of alters my choice on who's going to win the match?
Yeah.
Because, like, if it's Becky, I almost feel like that team can't lose when she comes back.
Honestly, I feel like whoever it is, that team's probably going to win.
Right.
Because
I guess because I felt like if it was like Candice LeRae or Tegan, Tegan Knox I've heard too which would
I've
be
heard Tegan Knox lately. Yeah.
You figure it's got to be a big
If it's
return.
to be
Sasha and
announced,
Becky.
I feel like it's gonna be somebody. Naomi. We haven't talked about her in a while, but
yeah. I think because she usually gets connected to Sasha, but you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
That is another possibility.
yeah, so it's always possible that she.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what Rebel just said is also a reason I'm not sure, because I think they're going to start setting up Rhea Ripley as a challenger to Bianca, and yeah, it's tough because not that it takes much to show Rhea as like a dominant force, but she took Asuka out in the advantage match on Raw. I saw someone say, if Rhea Ripley could be like Shayna Baszler was in the Elimination Chamber a couple years ago, that could make her look
Could it
real
be
strong.
Charlotte?
Oh,
God.
The fans would shit on that if it's Charlotte.
Then I'm
I'm
definitely
sorry.
going Team Damage Control.
But I'm just saying, you could have Charlotte show up, Sasha show up with the other match, and then Becky not.
There's a lot of things that could happen here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of. This is what I'm saying. There's always a possibility that Charlotte ends up coming back.
True.
Now, Jason makes an interesting point here. Sasha, Charlotte, and Naomi have no connection to the storyline, which is why I think it's Becky. I mean, when she lost to Bianca, she got back in the ring to defend her against the team that eventually will become Damage Control. That's why I think it's Becky.
But the only thing I would say was it's Charlotte. She doesn't need a connection. She just throws herself.
That was under Vince McMahon's WWE. It's a bit different now, right? So yeah,
that's true.
Now I fully expect this to be a surprise at Survivor Series. I hope they don't announce this at SmackDown and just kind of kill that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, but I'm going with Team Bianca on this one. I know our chat's a little split.
I agree with you, Rebel. I agree with you.
I just think that if Sasha ends up being the fifth person, I just match. Just say. Because all that crap, and then Becky shows up for the Rumble. Really makes this shit more interesting.
Yeah, I'm going with Team Bianca on this one. What about you guys, Tina? Same.
Love Bailey, but same.
All right, Mike.
I chose Claudio in an ROH championship match. I knew he wasn't going to win. I'm going to have to go with Team Bailey because I can't choose against him.
All right, and Tommy.
As you should, Mike.
Actually, I'm on Team Bailey too.
We're split here.
I kind of see them taking it, kind of like what Raul mentioned about challenges for Bianca as well. But I also see Nikki Cross getting to shed more of that superhero and go back to crazy, sexy, crazy. I mean, Nikki Cross. What?
Everything you said is true so far. Keep going.
Go on.
I protected no lies.
Also, everything I said for Nikki Cross, copy paste for Rhea Ripley, but all the time.
I could also see. I'll tell you right now.
No, go ahead.
Finish, and then I will say.
Okay, I was gonna say because I feel like Rhea is gonna be the one who challenges Bianca sooner or later anyway, because they had that whole stare down. And much like in all of pro wrestling, if you stare at a champion for more than 2 seconds, clearly you're the next number one contender.
Bailey?
Yeah.
Oh, for a title. Okay.
Yeah.
Misunderstood you. My bad. Remember Nikki. Wait, which one?
For sure. Yeah. Remember Nikki's perm when she re-debut? Oh.
We don't talk about that. Okay.
Right.
No, I was also thinking, what if she turns on Bianca?
Who?
Becky Lynch?
Because she defended her, and then she's like, "Yeah, no, I'm back. I'm not going to deal with that crap."
Well, she is crazy enough too. So
I'm saying
the only reason I say you're talking about Becky, right?
Yeah, or she, they win or whatever with Becky, and then she has the match. Becky costs her the match.
The only reason I would say no is because she tried to be the heel for the whole time she was back, and she was still getting cheered, and people didn't want Lady Gaga Becky Lynch. They wanted the man Becky Lynch. And right around that time was when Vince left, and Triple H was kind of the one who, even though she wound up getting injured in the match, I think, like you said, when she defended Bianca, and I think the intention was for her to turn good back to being that old kind of version. So I would kind of hate to see her come back and then cost her again, unless it's her being more of the man, like not that like over the top Seth Rollins type.
I'm the top person.
Yeah,
the top
that
person.
If she did it like that, yeah.
Whoever it is, I expect them to be the last person to enter for that team, and they won't even be in the cage before the match starts.
Like KO.
Yeah, stay in the back,
and
then I think that would be the best way to do it. So
that's a good point. Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Owens, men's WarGames match, the Bloodline against Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. I don't know. Jason, there's more of a chance Alexa turn on TV.
That's kind of true, because Alexa
very much
connecting the Fiend Bray Wyatt stuff to her still, so I didn't think about that.
You wonder if she goes crazy. Yeah. So
true.
Yeah. And
exactly, Rebel, what you said.
Yeah,
seriously.
It's at that point, so you definitely want to keep her as just to get the face going, to get the cheers going for her. Now on the men's side of it, I really the only potential issue you could have where there's going to be some sort of rift in the bloodline is the whole yeah.
Sorry, Randy Orton got mentioned, so
yeah, Tina's happy now.
Yeah, of course. Randy Orton when he turned heel, and I was like, well, yeah, have you seen him? Oh my god! Look at him.
Jason says the bloodline. I'm thinking the bloodline too, but what if Jay attacks Sammy? What if that kind of finally rears its ugly head in this match, and that potentially could cost the bloodline? But I feel like there's going to be a spot in this match where that does happen. And what if it's some weird finish where Jay starts beating up on Sammy so bad, Sammy has to get out of the ring or the cage, and it disqualifies his team from the match? What if it's some sort of crazy finish like that?
Be interesting.
I don't know. You have to book it to smart.
Or he's chasing him out of the cage.
Yeah, something like that.
The only thing is, I feel like for your first main roster war games, you would want a definitive end one way or the other.
Winner.
I do think though that Sammy's going to be involved.
He's going to get the one that gets pinned, probably.
If it goes the other way, yeah, definitely.
I think Jey Uso is going to get pinned, personally. I think Jay's going to be the one to get pinned. So if they lose, but I am picking the bloodline to win this one. I think that's as strong a statement as you made. I know with the bloodline, top faction, top heel faction.
Rebel, follow the bloodline. I agree.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Planting the seeds there.
Are they going to start having an American Nightmare soon?
I think they're saving that for the Rumble for sure. Yeah.
Of you.
I'll go with the bloodline on this one. While Tommy and Tina are laughing, Mike, what's your pick on this one?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the bloodline too. Jason, I mean, that's a pretty solid point, Jason.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
But Jason, his team hasn't been very oozy.
Yeah. There's another good point. No, yeah, I'm gonna go bloodline though.
Yeah. Tommy, what do you got?
I'm going the Brutes, Drew and Owens. Honestly, I actually caught with Rebel on this one. I felt like when they booked this, especially when Kevin Owens showed up, I felt like, oh yeah, they're gonna lose. I felt like the second his music hit and he wasn't injured like everyone thought he was. So I don't know if that was a storyline or it just wasn't as serious as everyone thought. Maybe it just wasn't serious as everyone thought. Like they were, yeah. So I feel, but of course with Roman anywhere near it, yeah, I feel that's a solid argument. Like no matter what, that's a solid argument. It's just Roman said that they will win. That's a damn, I could have said it better myself. But
is this the battle for Sami Zayn's soul?
I mean,
well, I don't know, man. His
he
soul
is
seems,
God mode. I don't know, but
yeah.
We'll
see, and Jason's right.
when he's
Roman is God mode, but the problem is Jay is not. And you know what's funny? I have a feeling that it won't be Jay, Sammy, Solo, or Roman taking the pin. I just think it'll be Jimmy for some reason, and it's like it'll have nothing to do with anything. It's just like they'll all be arguing, fighting about something. Owens will like hit a stunner on Jimmy and pin him, and they'll look at like, why is Kevin Owens' music playing? Like, did we just lose this match?
But for the benefit of our entertainment, I hope the Bloodline wins because I want to see Sammy keep trying to get Jey Uso to crack every damn week here on TV. It's the best thing.
Okay.
So
no. What I need to happen now is I need Solo to crack. I need Solo to
That's
finally break.
Yes.
Because that man, for the youngest of the group, his poker face man is so strong, and I'm like, how are you? And every time Sammy does it, I'm like, how is he not laughing? This man must literally tune out everything that's going on around him until he knows he's supposed to do something.
Unless he's laughing and he's not on camera when it happens. That's the only other explanation.
No, the night the Uzi thing happened, when the camera was just on Roman, Jay, and Sammy, and you saw Jimmy laugh in the back, Solo had to have been breaking.
But Solo was off to the left. You didn't see him, but like everyone else on camera, including Paul Heyman at some level, was cracking.
I love how Paul Heyman probably thought to himself, "My God, this is gold. They just won everyone tonight." He probably, from a business standpoint, was like, "These guys just guaranteed themselves jobs forever."
And then, can we also just appreciate, like, this is going to be? I mean, it's in WarGames. You got Reigns, Sheamus, McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Solo. Like, we also got some big dudes in here. This is going to be, some big sweaty men slapping meat in here.
Yes.
And then you got Sammy and, some of those guys Butch taking bumps.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne, damn it. Anyway.
So, Tina, we gave you that whole introduction about big sweaty men slapping meat and guys doing acrobatic things. It's time for you to make your pick on this WarGames match. So
that wasn't the intention, but
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the. All I needed to know was who was in the match, and I looked and I heard that he came back, and I'm like, yeah, Kevin Owens. That's it. That's all I need.
All right. All righty.
So, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched in so long. I don't really know the Brute that well.
In your defense, I just started watching back like 2-3 months ago.
You would recognize Butch as
Pete Dunne.
Name? Pete Dunne. There we go.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I tried to do
yeah. All right. Well, those are our predictions. Yeah. Those are our predictions for WarGames. As far as how you can watch Survivor Series WarGames, it is this Saturday. Oh, let me take the scroll off here at the bottom. This Saturday, November 26th, starting at 7 p.m. Central Time on Peacock. The pre-show should probably kick off about 6 o'clock. It'll be from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. So very excited to see the double cage, though, on a major event. And looking forward to this being the first of many big WarGames events here in WWE. Yep. So
I mentioned this before, and I want to say it again. I know Vince is somewhere having a coronary that a WarGames match is happening in his promotion, and I love it.
You know what? If it's making him money, I really don't think he cares at this point. So
no, he still cares.
Yeah.
No, it's still WarGames on his main show. Trust me, he still cares.
Yeah. Yeah, Rebel too. I've been with you every week. This was baseball game tonight. Hey, importance of baseball, right? Yeah, and for me, yeah, for sure. There's just so much going on. It's hard for us to keep up, but we do the best we can here.
True.
So. All right. With that, it is time for our 1 minute warning segment. And
oh crap, I forgot about this.
Yes. For those who are not familiar or may have forgotten, this is the point of the show where we got a minute to talk about whatever we want. Could be wrestling related. Most of the time it is. So, oh my God, Vince spending time with Dixie.
Nice, right? God, Jason! Wow, the disrespect.
Anyway, Mike, do you have something this week?
Oh God! That's
Wow.
Yeah, I guess off of that. I mean,
good luck following that one, right?
Right.
All right, Mike. Whenever you're ready, set and go.
So I'm just gonna kind of finish off a little bit what we were talking about with the Thunder Roast and all that stuff. And I literally, as we were talking here, I think it says the best, and it just says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can be proud of Thunder Rosa when she fought like hell, won the title in a blaze of glory, and also be incredibly happy for Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm, who also earned their accolades and fought hard in battle. And I think that's it. Like we said earlier, there's a lot of people who crap on Thunder Rosa. For what it's worth, certain people involved didn't help that situation much. Looking at you, DMP. But, for what it's worth, it was a good decision for AEW. We hope Thunder Rosa gets better. But also, happy for Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter. There's a lot of good women in AEW right now. Can't wait for Statlander to get back. Hopefully she'll beat Jade. But, just, happy for all of them. Hope Thunder Rosa gets a chance to come back soon. And, just I know we all have our favorites and we like certain people and don't like certain people, but don't literally crap on them. Like we've joked before about Charlotte and Stephanie McMahon, but I don't hate those actual people. I don't like the characters, but I don't wish ill will on them, so
yeah,
just keep it positive, man.
For sure.
Like, interesting.
All right, Tommy, you got something this week?
I
Good job.
All right. Whenever you're ready, set and go.
Okay, so first off, from the show where Kyrie won the IWGP Women's Championship, it was actually called Historic Crossover. Really solid show from what I hear. I'm gonna check it out. Will Ospreay defeated Shota Umino and was immediately challenged by Kenny Omega for Wrestle Kingdom. So it'll be the former Gaijin King versus the Gaijin Heir Apparent, which is kind of funny because I kind of thought Jay White took over the Gaijin King role after Kane left, but whatever. Also on the show, some great stuff happened. This will make JC happy. Toru Yano was in a 6-man tag with Okada and Great Muta, and they won. Zack Sabre Jr. and Julia won a mixed tag match, which is cool. And one last thing on Great Muta. His retirement match is set for January the 1st of this coming year. And he's teaming with Sting and Darby Allin in a 6-man tag. I believe that's taking place in Pro Wrestling Noah, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm watching that show.
Yeah,
Darby and Noah. Oh my god.
I think it's good. I think you can watch it through Cyberfight. I think is the parent company that they have. I think Cyberfight does Noah, DDT, Tokyo Joshi Pro, and a couple of others. So I think they're $9.99 like everybody else is for those 5 promotions. I think because I think the company that owns them is called Cyber Agent. And when Cyber Agent bought them, they created Cyber Fight as like their umbrella company to govern all 5 of those companies. Not to like control them or anything, but just like to broadcast them through. So I'm gonna wait for information next month to confirm. But yeah, I might because I've been wanting to get Cyber Fight for a while. Because it used to be DDT Universe until they joined Noah and Tokyo Joshi Pro, kind of doing they're like putting their content out there. So it's good. January, the first 4 days of January are going to be insane in Japan. Wrestle Universe. Thank you, Jason.
If it's New Year's Day, shit, I'm gonna be up late popping fireworks anyway till midnight. I might as well stay up and watch the show, right? So
also, it's worth pointing out that it looks like Wrestle Kingdom may have both WWE and AEW talent on the card.
Is the Carl Anderson thing? Yeah.
Because you're going to get Kenny Omega in that match, it looks like, with Ospreay. And then, Carl Anderson, still the never openweight champion. They've kind of come to some agreement. And it looks like he'll be on that show. So that should be pretty interesting.
It'll be crazy if we ever see Carl Anderson with a Bullet Club shirt on WWE television. Just throwing that out there. So.
They mentioned it the other week in the OC storyline. So
whenever they talk about past, like when they mentioned Asuka and Io Sky, I'll just use the name. When that they were both in Triple Tails back in the day. When they said that, I was like, first of all, someone at WWE knows who the hell Triple Tails were. Third,
there's some intern in a little closet in the back who's like
Yeah.
a wrestling nerd. And
first of all, how do you know it's wait? How do you know I work out of a closet there? I mean,
I mean, look at the setup you have right now.
oh,
All right.
wow.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. I love you, Tommy.
the truth hurts.
Tina, you got anything this week?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Let's give it a shot.
It might not take a.
All right.
And I'll just go off of what Mike just said.
Go for it. Go ahead. Time's going.
I just remember something Mike saying that, like, I don't really wish well things on them, but I wanted to say I am not a huge fan of them, but their birthday was 2 days ago, and that was the Bella Twins, which was Mike's favorite. I remember, so it's been a while.
Tina.
Tina. Yeah. Other than that, I was gonna say, I'm watching wrestling recently because life is crazy. So when I get to watch it, because that is something that me and JC, when we met each other, we bonded over. To see my children kind of watch it on and off and have fun and love hilarious to me, and still big huge fans of Bailey as well. Like I'm so excited to take them in next month here in San Antonio. So it's gonna be fun.
That's huge. That's it. All right, cool. Perfect timing too. I'm waiting for the timer to reset here. Yeah.
Bellas.
You knew it was coming, Mike. I mean,
it was funny.
You know what? Just put pictures of the Bellas on the screen. Why not? Just go for it.
I don't have any uploaded.
And then I'm just like, you know what?
I have a
I'm
few.
gonna talk about the Bella Twins because their birthday.
Whoa.
Because every time I mention the Bella Twins, how much Mike loves it that I mention.
I don't like it when you mention them. If you want to show them, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Anything about them coming back to wrestle, so we're good.
Okay. Let me.
Vince is gone, so probably definitely not.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I will dive into my 1 minute warning here. Now, one thing we do on the show, we do talk wrestling, and there's not a whole often thing where we talk about politics.
Uh-oh.
But there is a story, if you guys haven't heard, on CNN where politics and wrestling have collided. In the small town in Appalachian, Virginia, there's a guy that has run a character for the last few years known as the Progressive Liberal in a town that is very much all conservative. And by God, the story, of course, is very much about the politics. It's the only time you see Democrats, it's a very Republican area town. And this man shows up with Joe Biden's face all over his shirt. He's riding with Biden written on the back of his trunks. And before that, he was all Hillary Clinton. And he's preaching to people about why they need to join the left side. The problem is, of course, that crowd got so riled up because the face is a Republican guy. The heel is the liberal in this town. But it's such a great wrestling character. And the issue I have with it is that it's gotten a little violent in the crowd when you get people in the crowd that are disagreeing with the politics of it.
Oh, God.
There's a story on CNN about it. Take it for what it is. But here's what I'm going to say. Wrestling, it's smart. That is smart booking to kind of pick up on that, especially in a town like that loves wrestling, and kind of tap into something like that. Like in the town like that, you want to see the liberal dude just get his ass kicked. But that being said, it's such a cool story. I did enjoy seeing that article on CNN, but please, people, wrestling is a show, okay? Yes, they might bring politics into it. I forget the character that was an Astros fan bringing a trash can to the ring and being the heel.
JP Harlow?
One of my personal favorites. But, people will tell
You've never seen him live, and he's
never seen him live, but he's a favorite of mine. He's already a hero to me. But, the thing is like, that's the stuff. Just enjoy it. Don't get it overblown. Don't start fights because one person liked the wrestler over another. That's where wrestling doesn't become fun.
Well, it's politics. Because don't forget. Oh, Tommy, do you remember who the guy was? They did the flip. He did the pro-Trump gimmick in Mexico for years.
Yeah.
I forget what his name is, but yeah, there was that guy.
There's a certain popular wrestler. There's a certain popular wrestler in the San Antonio area here. I won't say who, but he told me about a gimmick he does in some of these small towns where he's known as Jimbo Slice. And
Oh
Think
Jesus!
the biggest white dude you got walking out there with a Confederate flag and talking all this shit and gets the fans riled up. I won't say who it is because he's a really good guy. But yeah, Tommy, you there?
Oh, Sam Adonis. Thank you, Rebel. That was the guy who did the
shaking my head.
Okay.
Yeah. Sam
that being said, though,
manga.
regardless of all that, the story is actually pretty. Check it out on CNN's website. It's a pretty interesting story. That being said, I wouldn't mind seeing the progressive liberal on AEW Dark at some point, showing up riding with Biden, just because that would be so hilarious. Come on, that would be funny. Wrestling's meant to be entertaining, and I was just entertained by the gimmick. I think it was smart booking. So,
yeah, it was definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
We were, by the way, when all this is going on, we were asked if we were going to the Royal Rumble. It's so expensive.
Yeah,
so expensive.
Yeah, we're actually not this year.
And then with the ticket, even more expensive. So
let's see if those tickets get cheaper as we get closer.
No, I wish I had the money. I would have bought a couple of ringside seats because they're $6,000 each, and then put them on the resale market for $10,000. You know, I said it from the beginning. I'm just
they're expensive.
I mean, you could probably do that. WrestleMania tickets just make your money for the year, but you know, like, I'm just disappointed that they're not using the entire Alamo Dome. That's the hard part about all this. You know, why using only half the dome makes no sense.
The graduation setup.
I mean, come on, right? That's basically what they're doing.
We're gonna put the blue tarp with Dave and
George Gervin and everything. Yeah. So,
well, a few years ago, did they use the whole Alamo Dome?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, right.
97 they used the whole dome.
They just curtained off like the upper decks, I think.
Yeah, the 2017 we were there. They used the entire dome. They will sell the whole dome out for wrestling. That's what this town will do it.
But they also like, oh, we're gonna use only part of the Alamo Dome, and that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like what? The cheap seats were like $75. The fees was like 120 or something.
Yeah, no,
Ticketmaster
always.
Rebel, I'm going to share that comment in just a second, but here's the thing I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to share it in a second, but I'm going to say this: like, this town will sell out the Alamo Dome for wrestling. We'll sell it out for George Strait. We'll sell it out for Bad Bunny. Wrestling, come on, they use the entire thing.
Yeah.
And Rebel, let's talk about this. My God, I'm entertained. I want to see this. In Lubbock, there's a masked wrestler named El Gringo Loco.
No, it's
Gringo Loco, not the Gringo Loco, who leads a group called La Mica. He would cut pros. Hope they make America.
Wow.
What the heck?
No,
we
you're
say
right.
that, but RCW at one point had a stable called the HNIC. Let's not forget that.
And they had the Caucasian night. What was it? The
Coalition of Caucasian Knights,
Caucasian Knights,
or COC for short.
Or COCK.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that?
They used to and tortillas at everybody. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember they used to throw tortillas.
Yeah.
And Tommy, weren't you responsible many times for a chant of a certain group of people?
Yes, I was.
What the hell, Jason?
Or at least you're a part of.
This is the best reaction
sorry,
to this
Jason.
discussion. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah, it's why I'll be canceled someday.
Yeah.
And that was
It's
he was a part of that for what it was worth.
Did in the past, and we're like, man, it
Oh, come on.
canceled now.
I mean, it's no. I mean,
well, there's probably tons of old RCW footage of me that's gonna get canceled. Like
all of us.
It'll be
like
fun.
like you trying to jump over the rope.
Look, I remember
okay,
there's a great picture of Tina.
Tommy, there is footage. There's footage, in the net. So
yes, there's that footage of Tina kicking Joey Spector in the balls. There's footage of her in a fan lumberjack strap match slapping the shit out of Joey Spector on the back. You know,
how do you get all the cool shit? And you got to manage Mercedes Martinez and
yes,
I did.
Yeah, which also reminds me now, Tommy, we got to mention the DVD since we're telling all the stories.
I was trying not to remotely bring that up. I was purposefully.
I know you were. I know you were.
Bringing that up. I thought of it like 3 times, and I was like, "Nope, I'm not doing it there." I
know you were, but I couldn't help it. If we were going to mention that.
Yeah, sorry. Oh my gosh,
there's so many things we could say.
So much.
So our daughter got kissed. Her first wrestling show ever. She went to ROH.
Tommaso Ciampa. She was 6 months old.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
She was 6 months old.
Yeah.
She got a cool somewhere, and he's kissing her on the forehead.
Yeah.
She's 6 months old.
His stuff. Well.
Whoa! I just read Rebel's comment. Damn. Whoa.
This happened in SoCal. Oh my God. A heel decided to hang up. Oh God.
Whoa.
Talk about stuff you get canceled for nowadays, right? Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to see if I can track that down.
I mean, that's a little. Oh,
Wow.
I want to see if I can.
but
all right. Anyway, gosh, that's a hell of a way to do this. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Countdown City WrestleCast this week. If you're catching us here at the end, be sure to go back. Let us know your thoughts on Survivor Series WarGames and Full Gear. Next week, we're going to recap WarGames and discuss the PWI Women's 150. Finally, things just keep coming up. We can't get to it. So, Tina, thank you for being on the show this week. It is definitely
I know
a lot of throwbacks to us getting together at the house with all four of us on the table.
Sure.
Yes. So,
Damn it!
What do you say? Canceled AF. Yeah. So,
yes, definitely.
Oh
God.
Oh boy.
Not us.
Not us.
No, wait, no. Actually,
no, but now we have to Google that. Jesus
I think
Christ.
I do remember that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Just Rebel on that note, as someone who grew up watching 80s wrestling with so many ethnically specific characters, when I became older and realized how many people were not portraying characters or portraying characters that they weren't really that nationality or like it really messed with me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yokozuna, I swore was Japanese.
Right?
Yes.
It blew my mind to no degree when I heard he was Samoan. I was like, how the hell is that possible? Like my brain couldn't fathom.
Kamala was not really from like the African jungle or some shit
Apparently,
like that.
Ivan Koloff wasn't Russian. Like just from Minnesota? Like what?
Yeah. So.
Oh, come on, y'all knew that.
No, I really didn't. When
Hulk Hogan wasn't a good person. What?
Thank you, everyone, for joining us once again here. Again, we'll recap WarGames next week and then discuss PWI Women's 150. Oh my
happy
God!
Happy Thanksgiving, Steady.
Happy Thanksgiving, Steady.
Yes, thank you, Steady.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Happy Thanksgiving from
us,
everyone in the Countdown City Geeks Network.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, everyone thought that he really was. He was real Hawaiian. So
sorry to sorry to be the bearer. He's not.
Just keep it kayfabe if you prefer that. So
Paul Bearer wasn't really a mortician either.
Yeah, and this people don't realize this. Rikishi was the Sultan.
Oh yeah, so. I remember finding out about that, but yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining the WrestleCast. We'll be back next week as mentioned, and everyone have a safe Thanksgiving. Real quickly, let's go around. What is your favorite food to eat on Thanksgiving? Tommy, we'll start with you.
My aunt makes a great banana pudding, and every year, gotta have some.
All right, Mike.
Stuffing and pumpkin pie.
Tina.
Probably green bean, making it with green bean casserole. And now that I've changed my fruit salad, it's actually like my favorite thing.
If he was referring to Tina's dessert, she makes now it's a vegan fruit salad for my dietary restrictions, and it's really good. I enjoy that. I gotta have my turkey leg, and for damn sure I gotta have a pumpkin pie on some level. But
on some level.
Dairy-free gluten. It's harder to get it now.
Yeah,
I know, man. It sucks. I'm so sorry.
And then for me, I make potato salad for Thanksgiving. You don't see that as a traditional dish, but goddamn it, I love potato salad. So I kind of So
I ain't mad at you.
So.
Hey, it's whatever.
Mayonnaise or mustard or mix?
Mustard, because I can't have mayo. If I do have mayo, it's avocado mayo. I do pickles.
I like the mustard one anyways.
Yeah.
And no celery. He can't do celery, so we do pickles.
Yep. Kind of pickles instead of celery.
Okay.
Yeah. Hard-boiled eggs. Yeah. So. Yes, if you're trying to go dietary restrictions, there's a way to do it. Yes, everyone wants to steal mine. I was like, back off. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, once again. Over here, we got Tina.
Adios. Stay safe, guys, and hello to everyone that I don't know, but thanks for joining us.
Who, Jason, with traditional
Thank
wheat barbecue?
you.
Yes, definitely. We got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real. People are fake.
Are fake.
Delay.
Boom.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week,
Fake.
everybody.
Adios, Gunther.
Adios. Oh my god.
Wait, what is?
Oh, forgot about that.